Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, blue ready. Oh, here we go. Oh. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check the backer, check the back. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Switch. Check. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Get off the field. Let's get off the field. Even. Whip. Let go.
Play action now. Winston. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Coming after you. Check. Easy. Hey, rush in. Flip it. Check three. And even.
From the 38, Winston. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Winston. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Watch out. Right?
On play action, Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Easy. Wait. Bang. Here we go. Even. Bang. Check 52. Check. Lay up. Let's go.
Third and long for Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this will be caught at the 30. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready? White 25. Right here. Check 4. Hey, alert 3. 5-0. Check 37. Shoot. Switch it. Easy. Hey.
On first down, here's Breida. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard. Line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
A gain of 21 more yards. And that's good for another Seahawks. First down and goal to go.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Any day. Check 99, check 99. 25, check 25, check 25. No. Off. Hey, check 20. Wait. Check.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
At the 16-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Fresno. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Switch. Check 20. Come on. Sunday. Come on. Sunday. Flare.
On third down, a run from Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. And he missed it. It's no good. No score after one on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They get this to Ginn, jet sweep. Fighting through. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Stop your body. Check.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Breeze on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here I come. Max 22, Max 22. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Top dog.
Following the interception, Winston. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Check 43. Switch. Under even. 10. Under crush. Hey, let's get him converted. SOS.
Breida, he'll try the right side. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
36.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That's it, baby. Sonny. Let him go.
From the red zone now, Winston. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, Go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
To throw, it's Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ziggy Ansah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, easy. Still kill. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, wahoo. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Not, sweetheart. 0-2.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to walk into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
65.
That's it. 22 by 22. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Kill.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A first down throw for Winston. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 2 by 22. Ball shot.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Wait. Let's go now.
Winston from the gun on third down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now, that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Let's convert. Jim. Hey, watch it. Shift, watch the shift.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Why? Here we go, even.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Matt Breida, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good. End result, touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ginn has it complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Get him, boy.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, mine.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards.
First down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And now it's second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but now it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Thomas, the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Check back.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 82 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Kamara. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From From the gun on third down, Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ready? Blue lady. 56 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Wait. Whip. Hey, stop. Tommy. We got double up. Let's go.
Play fake. Winston. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Breeze now. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw is Breeze. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Breeze now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. And even 50 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for two here. Again, it's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the curl. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Come on. Run back. Watch out.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Now Breeze. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Saints.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I got it.
One final try here for Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the victory here for Seattle. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.